Hello again. In this video I will show you the animation of some elements, like here with the folder in a Windows app, UWP, Windows Universal Platform App. So what you see here is when I move with my cursor on my desktop over this folder image, then it's shifted a little bit, yeah. So this is an animation effect, and it's quite easy to get this animation effect in the Universal Platform App. Now when I stop this application, then we have here in our SAML file, in the front file, we have the image element itself, and we have the pointer entered and pointer exit. So when you move inside the element, we get a event where we may do some coding, and we also get we have to disable an animation or bring it to another position. Excuse me. So inside the image, we use in this case the image.render transform. That's quite easy. All you have to do is on the Windows app there is a very fast implemented direct 3D animation or graphics interface. And this is done it's very fast, and in this case very simple. All you have to do is we have the image, and inside the image we implement this image.render transform, and then we say inside we have the composite transform and give it a name. So we are able to say this image should be shown somehow, maybe some centimeters, some inch pixels to the left, to the right. We turn it, we modify it, we transfer it, we zoom it, we scale it. So this is the point. You have to go to render transform, composite transform, and give it a name. So the image and all this stuff inside. So what happens when we enter the block? When we go now to the definition, all what we have to do there, we have to go. We use the CTL transform here, transfer element. So this is the stuff. That's our target, the target which we want to modify. And in there we say, okay, my dear target, my element, how I want to show you, it's in this case control image, and then here the transform, and then as soon I type in the dot, the point on my tablet, on my keyboard, then I get some effects there. Here this is the center of XY. That's not important at the moment. It's just where from where should the zooming go, for example, or offset, and so from the center or from the top or from the bottom. But that's not the most important. The most important is scale. When you zoom something, you have just to say, okay, scale is 2, so it zooms up 2. And scale, and this is the scale from the on the horizontal and vertical. And we have the beautiful stuff. Skew is when you skew something, then you shift it a little bit. And then what else do we have there? We have zoom, shift, and we have on the bottom translate X and translate Y. So this is moving to the right side or left side, and vertical stuff. So when you have here translate to the Y parameter, then we say, okay, for example 5, so it would move 5 on there. And what we have to do now, all that stuff is, we have to say, my dear target element, do something when you enter and reset everything to 0 except the scale. Scale has to be always 1 at the end when we move out of this element. So this happens very fast. Ta-da! And you see it changed a little bit. Now to show it a little bit more with the skew X and translate, move 30 pixel, do something on the stuff. So now you will see that it changed very much. Ta-da! And here it is. You see, it's 30 pixels to the right side, and even also the skew is a little bit more. So this is the same. This is the same base which you may use as a when you have a storyboard and an animation effect. Then this is the same base, but when you do it by yourself, you're more able to do some loop. For example, when you have the opacity, if you modify the opacity, just make it in a loop from opacity 1 to 0 and then something in again. It's the same effect as using the fade in and fade out animation. So I hope I could help you a little bit on this point, because it's easy to use. And if you like this channel and if you want to go to write some further universal platform apps, a difficult world, a Windows app for the desktop or for the phone, then subscribe me on the channel there, and we will see on the next videos.